I like to go bowling with my friend Bert.
All right, we are back at the Pike Street Fish Market, Pike Street Fish Market behind me. We've got the world famous Pike Street Fish Market, and over here, I mean, this place is unbelievable, and tremendous for locals, tremendous for tourists, downtown Seattle. Oh, and don't forget the pig. All right, so the story behind the pig is you touch the pig for good luck. So on the way out of here, we're going to be sure to touch that pig. All right, so one thing about the Pike Street Fish Market, if you've read the book Fish, or Fish Sticks, or Fish Tales, you know that they have turned selling a commodity like fish into an extraordinary customer experience. Likewise, we need to turn bowling into an extraordinary customer experience every time that our customers come into our place. Now, there are 8 customer service myths as defined by Jim Sullivan, famous for Sullivision, and he's a restaurant consultant. And Jim has what he calls his 8 customer service myths. I've taken his myths, tweaked them a little bit, and to share them with you today. So what are those? First customer service myth: the customer comes first. Okay? That's a myth. Okay? Our employees come first. Okay? Our employees, they are our first market. If you're not investing as much time and energy into taking care of your employees as you are your customers, you're doing it backwards. I mean, if you look over here at the Pike Street Fish Market, I mean, these guys are into this. And so the employees are well taken care of, and they are committed to excellence. Second customer service myth: the customer is always right. Okay? Now we know that's a myth. The customer isn't always right, but the customer is always the customer. And it's all right to be wrong. It's okay to be wrong. And you never want to argue with a customer about something. It's a losing proposition. If you win the argument, you lose the customer. So, myth number 3: a satisfied customer always comes back. That is a myth. Customer satisfaction these days doesn't cut it. You have to create raving fans. Customer satisfaction is meaningless. Customer loyalty is priceless. People want consistency, they want fun, they want flair, and as I've said many, many times, they want a memorable experience. Customer myth number, where are we at? 4? Another customer service myth: we've got to focus on the competition. What's the competition doing? Stop looking across the street at what the competition. It doesn't matter what the bowling center down the street is doing. It absolutely doesn't matter. Don't worry about what the competition is doing. Focus on the customer that's standing in front of you. Treat that customer right, with care and respect, and take care of your employees. You don't need to worry about what your competition is doing. Now, having said that, you might pay attention to what your competition is doing from a marketing standpoint. If they're successful with particular marketing techniques, feel free to copy, feel free to borrow, but don't worry about that. Okay. All right. Next is customer service myth is invest first in building your brand. Okay. No. Here's a brand back here. Pike Street Fish Market is a brand. Okay. First is invest in people. Second is invest in the brand. Third, invest in the brick and mortar and the bells and whistles. I mean, there's not a whole lot to look at here, is there, as far as brick and mortar, bells and whistles. So many people get hung up on, we have to have the latest and greatest and most modern, and we're going to spend a fortune on capital improvements and capital equipment. Give me a 50-year-old bowling center with above-ground ball returns and doesn't have automatic scoring, and I will beat the socks off that state-of-the-art mega bowling center down the street that's impersonal and uncaring and cold. My son Ben, who happens to be over here sort of behind the camera helping out along with Patty, Ben taught me that lesson when he was about 10 years old. We went into a state-of-the-art, nice chain-operated bowling center. We bowled a few games. We left there. They were as impersonal as they typically are. We then went to a little mom-and-pop center, dark, dingy, smoke-filled back then, bowled there, and as we were leaving, he said, "Dad, I want to come back here again." And I'm thinking, man, why would you want to go back there? We go to that nice, clean, bright place, and he said, "I like the way that lady treated me." That lady he was referring to was the counter person, the lady at the counter who got down on his level as a 10-year-old, looked him in the eye, asked him if he needed bumpers, which at 10 years old he didn't, but at least she asked, and made him feel really special, made him feel really good. So it's not about the bells and whistles, it's about how you make people feel. Next myth, people are our most important asset. Wrong. The right people are our most important asset. The right people are those that embody our culture, that have a passion and a commitment to serve people. When hiring, hire the personality, train the skill. We're going to teach you in one of our future videos about a casting call concept that we do that's going to be fantastic to help you hire the best possible people. Another myth. We need new ideas to progress. We need new ideas to progress. That's a myth. New ideas are easy. There's tons of ideas. The hard part is letting go of the old ideas that no longer work and they're out of date, and just letting them go. The other thing to remember about ideas is that a lot of the old ideas that you think don't work or won't work anymore do work. There's no need to try something new just for the sake of new. Okay? So the newest and most innovative thing that we can do to master customer service is to go back to the basics, to learn the basic customer service skills that no one executes consistently. Things like caring behavior, service with a flair, like we've got over here, and employee appreciation. So the final customer service myth is the customer never changes. Okay, that's a myth. I mean, that's clearly a myth. Think about your business in the last 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Your business has certainly changed. Your business model has changed. Your marketing approach has changed, or it should have changed. If it hasn't changed, you're dead in the water. Certainly your customer has changed. We have, years ago, it was a one-size-fits-all business. You bowl 35 weeks, you bowl at 6:30 or you bowl at 9 o'clock, and that's it. It's one size fits all, take it or leave it. Today, we've got all kinds of market niches. We've got high average bowlers, low average bowlers, beginner bowlers, birthday parties, company parties, scratch bowlers, just over, dozens and dozens, field trips, all kinds of different market niches. And we have to market to them differently. Likewise, every one of those has a different expectation. What mom expects during a birthday party in terms of customer service is clearly different than what the high average league bowler expects and will tolerate. So absolutely, write down your customers' top 5 expectations. Have your employees write down your customers' top 5 expectations. Write down your customers' top 5 customer complaints, and have your employees write down the top 5 customer complaints. See how you match up and see how that goes. I think you're going to be astounded at what your employees are going to come up with when they make this list compared to what you might come up with. And if you're way off, that means somebody's suffering, and that's probably the customer. So that's it for customer service myths. This is one in the series of many of our filling holes quick tip videos. Visit us at bowlingmarketing.com, and we will see you next time.
Bowling is my kind of game.